Hello and welcome to another edition of the Gravestone Pros here at North Country Memorials. We are so glad that you're here with us today. We're getting very close to the Memorial Day rush, so things are getting busy, lots of production going on in the shop. We may even get a little bit of the guys out on the road doing some road work. We'll see if that happens, getting in and out of cemeteries. Either way, we're going to have a great time. Come along.
All right, it is Friday morning. We're back on this stone. Got to finish her up. It's going to take a bit. There's pits in here, so I still have a fair amount of stone to take down, and I'm not real sure about that. This whole end, this point, I got these 2 points done, so this point has got to get done yet, and this end I think I got to run the saw in a little bit. So if you're watching the speed of this saw going down through here, and I mean, it didn't hardly take 30 seconds, but it seems so slow. You're moving along so slow. Well, going along there slow and careful just probably saved me, hours of trying to fix. And yeah, it's just this whole thing is really about absolute patience and yeah, it's the stuff that you don't do so well when you're young. You just learn over time. Slow and steady wins the race. And hopefully knowing when enough is enough. That got me in there. That took off a lot of surface, actually. So I better be happy and so now it's about chiseling up into those corners. But first, we have coffee. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for coffee. What a nice way to start your day with a vegetable. Coffee's a bean, right? Vegetable. I do appreciate Eric. Eric gets here and he makes my coffee, and his coffee too. But gets here in the morning and he's signing in and getting the coffee going. And I usually get here right at 8. He tends to be here a little bit early, kind of like Jordan. A lot of times we get here early, so. We're coming. We're coming. Close. I'm just looking. I got a lot of work I got to do along this edge. And just got thinking, duct tape might give a little bit, not much, but might give a little bit of protection. My thought is if you do bump the edge, which I don't want to touch that edge, because I've monkeyed around with this before years ago, and it takes nothing to destroy the edge.
Okay, just going to give you a little flyby. This is going to work. It looks nice. Got a little bit of work I've got to do yet to I want to continue sandblasting this line all the way around. That'll just keep it dressed up really nice. And yeah, so very nice looking stone. And we talked about it the other day, and value added to this is probably $7,000 to $1,000 in the amount of work. So it's great. All right. So that part of the job is done, and I am definitely pretty happy with it. I learned a lot, and I look forward to doing some more of this kind of work this summer.
So I'm working on editing this, and I just wanted to jump in here and talk to you guys. So Dad was planning on sinking a line around the outside of that. He was kind of getting sick of working on it. He'd been working on it for quite a few days, and he was kind of at that point where he was just kind of burnt out a little bit. And so I kind of saw what he was working on, and I said, let's hold it right there. I don't think that's going to be the best. I don't think it's the best that we can do. I said, why don't you take a break on it? I'll work on it tomorrow. I was going to be coming in Saturday anyways. And so I came in and finished it up. Unfortunately, we don't have footage of that because my phone got busted. So we unfortunately pick up kind of after I have finished off with what I was doing on it. But at least it lets you see kind of what's going on. And we'll jump back in to Saturday morning. Dad and I are back at the shop working. He's working on some etching, and I'm working on finishing that piece up. So we'll pick back up there.
It's a gorgeous day in northern New York. It's springtime. Leaves are just starting to come. I'm gonna go in and just show you what I'm working on today. It's a Saturday. Eric's not here. We are there's some things that need to be done that I don't have to have him for. I'm working on etching today, and so I'm just going to show you kind of the progress that's happening, and probably time lapse some of this. It's always fun to see an etching come together. So what I've done so far is I've traced it on the stone, and all I've done is went around. When you see it, you're going to see that some of it's darker, some of it's lighter. So yeah, basically I've traced what I put on the stone with the transfer paper. I traced, and so you'll see that, and then you'll get to watch the progression of it happen. It's a police emblem, and this is what the guy did with his work for his life. So, all right.
All right, we got her all finished here. Everything is much more even, very smooth. Those corners are looking really good. It worked pretty good. We did not go with the flat chisel. We like the way it looks with this 9-point. There's a really white surface, so should have really nice contrast. That was the last chisel we finished up with right there. So you can see some of these edges where it wasn't as nice. This definitely did a good job getting right into the corners and edges pretty well, I think. So I just had a low spot here, but that was the last thing I finished, and I got that cleaned up pretty good. So yeah, pretty happy. How's that low spot look, Dad?
Not there.
Not there. Took care of her. Yep. So
Don't let anybody know that we're rookies. They want us to do it professionally.
yeah. She's coming good.
Fussy work.
My camera busted, and so I wasn't able to film as much of the rest of that. So you'll get to see the beginning of it, but the end of it, not so much. When I open my phone, it's all kind of messed up, and then it tries to call people and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So I am gonna head out and go get a new phone now. Dad's gonna keep working on his etching. I'll take you back over and put you on time lapse with him. All right, here we are. The guys are out here working in luxury in the shade on this beautiful, warm, hot day. Doesn't bother them a bit. They forgot something, so I had to run and bring it to them. I was very disappointed to have to make a little trip out on a motorcycle to see them. It was real tough, you know. But we have to make sacrifices.
Must be tough sitting in the air-conditioned office.
Oh, I don't have any air conditioning on today.
Oh, dear.
It's not even in yet.
Oh, dear. Well, I'll tell you how it's going. This 60-year-old body that dumped a motorcycle last year has got stuff going on in here, and it's going to be a challenge to be able to actually even do this work. But we've spent 30 years of overcoming stuff, so I'm training Eric, I'm watching him, and we're working it together, and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll get her done.
Good, good.
That's what we do.
Perfect.
We are the get her done boys, aren't we, Eric? Huh? Yeah.
I better get back to the office, so I'm sure people are beating down the door for me. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it educational and entertaining and enjoyable. Do all that good YouTube stuff for me. Leave a comment on the video. Leave a like if you liked it, a dislike if you didn't like it. Either way, the interaction is always good for us content creators. We appreciate it. We will see you guys next time.